Put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Arnold Ebiketie buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A read option. Here's Algier. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Ready. Yellow. 22.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
2nd and 6. He's got his man, London, right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Micah Parsons in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Patterson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Algier going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Algier. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll try to run with Algier. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end pitch complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 62 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Lorenzo Carter, his second sack of the night.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Here's a give to Algier on the option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Algier with another carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll set up to throw. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Patterson running between the tackles. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That's caught. It's James Washington. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 77 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Prescott on 1st down.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. First down, and they'll start with Algier. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Falcons send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. Washington's got it. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. 1st and 10. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go, set, flat, 95. Mike 14, Mike.
Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, Patterson. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.